This series is called Invalid Genius. Catch me every week as I share my thoughts on current events happening in the world and in entertainment. I'm Saquan, I'll be your host. Subscribe now and ring the bell to be notified when I post new videos. As for right now, let's get on into this. So, Trump, man, what's going on? What's going on? I mean, things is like just out of hand right now, and I guess Trump would be the blame, right? You got this whole mob of people that has went to assault the Capitol, and you have these people climbing on the building, doing all this break-in here. I guess the goal was to eventually, burn the votes or something like that. I guess that was the goal. I don't know. But they stormed this place. Big old riot. Everybody was just out there. It seemed like to me nobody was stopping anything. I expected like people, like cops, and I mean I guess maybe the military, but not really. But at least the cops. I expected more cops to go in there and try to shut that down. For whatever reason, that didn't happen at all. I don't know if Trump just trying to go out with a bang right now or what. Because I mean, Joe Biden still is going to be president. I don't think this is going to stop at this point. And I don't know. It's just I'm trying to figure out what's the point. Is it to go out with a bang, or is it to make a point? Is it to make a point that it's for someone else? Because I mean, the message would be just going over my head. I don't really get at this. But it's like, what's next? What happens after this? You have 4 people dead. You got a lady getting shot in the neck. I guess she got coming through the window or something like that. Got shot in the neck. I mean, and then 4 people dead. I don't know. It's just crazy. So after this, I do think Trump is getting locked up. After this one, because I mean, he's gonna take the blame for it. Not he's gonna take the blame for it. They're gonna blame him for it. So he's gonna go down eventually. They not letting him just ride like, you know what I'm saying? They not. But then I wonder how long they gonna lock him up for. Because I can see the man trying to run again. I can see it. If he's eligible to after all of this, I can see him doing it. But if he does, who's gonna be on his side? And that's what I would like to know. Who's gonna necessarily ride for him like that? Because now you got, after this situation, you have the Trump administration officials. A lot of them are, they jumping shit. They're all resigning. Melania Trump's chief of staff resigning. They don't want to be part of it. They were part of it before, but I don't know if it's seeing how much he's capable of, or him actually not settling the situation in a more diplomatic manner than they would like. You know, is that why they jumping shit? Who knows? They trying to save themselves, whatever the case may be. They're trying to save themselves at this point. That's why people resigning. But it's crazy. It's crazy. I could be wrong. I don't think he necessarily told these people to do it, but now they're doing it. You know, how do you get them to stop? Because I mean, he's not their father. So you think he's just supposed to just come out here and say, hey, everybody stop. And they just stop. Nah, he's nobody's father. So I don't think that'll work. And I mean, you see how this year been as far as riots and people taking over areas like in Seattle. It's too many possibilities, you know. I think we're moving into, one video I said I didn't think it was, but I think we're moving into a new world order. I think it's, and maybe not a new world order to where the powers change, but it's a new world order to these powers are rigged by, what they're connected to. I mean, it all comes down to money at the end. It's all money at the end. But what's actually controlling and leveraging these powers, I think it's all changing. And for myself, more than ever, I could see that partially us as humans are being leveraged in many ways. And this is just my opinion. I'm no expert, I'm no politician whatsoever. So it's just an opinion. I'm curious to see what's going to happen throughout 2021 with Joe Biden and Kamala just coming in. I'm curious to see how that's going to happen. I think Trump's going to be in the news for the rest of the year. Probably 2 if it's played out a certain way. That would be, that's going to be something in itself, a story, a continuing story. So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. Curious to see what's up with COVID. Is this going to turn down? Because I read an article saying that at the rate things are going, the trend might show that we could reach 150,000 deaths from this second variant. So I'm curious to see how that's going to go. Curious to see how all these markets are going to go. The stock market, the housing market, everything. This is going to be an interesting year. I mean, it's going to be an interesting 4 years, but 2021, man, it's going to be interesting. This is going for the books, just like 2020. Crazy. When is it going to stop? But with this much going on, you got to pay attention to it. You got to see how things are falling. Because if you see how things are falling, right, you're able to identify the reasons, identify where things can be fixed, And for us as people, that's what we need. We need a system, our own system, in my opinion. Even if we don't have our own system, then we're able to have a perspective on how we can fix the system that we're a part of. And then we can try to infiltrate. And infiltrate might be the wrong word, but you can join in and you can help create the better picture for America. And even that, it sucks because it's all based on somebody's perspective, what they think is right, what do they think is wrong. There's so many things that I know majority of people right now may think is right that I think is wrong. I could definitely have this out, but you know how this goes. But definitely, black people, pay attention. Please pay attention to all of this. Pay attention to the market, pay attention to the politics, pay attention to the business, pay attention to everything right now. This is prime time. The fight or the drought or blood being in the water, it is not over with. In a way, it's being prolonged. So as this is being prolonged, get yourself on the right side of the game and fight it. The seat is open. Not the seat. Seats are open for you to go catch one and ride the way to wealth, freedom, and a lot of things. So get on board with that. As far as Trump though, I don't know, man. My opinion is all mixed up. But what happened at the Capitol building, it was senseless, it was unnecessary. People shouldn't have been doing all of that. 4 people shouldn't have been killed, and that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Let these people do what they gotta do. It's gonna happen anyway. You're trying to control something that is gonna happen anyway. What do you get? Are you trying to push another election? If so, it's not happening. I think it costs too much money to run that whole thing back. America's not going to do that again. And now, the way the story was painted, if it wasn't even that it was supposed to be played out like this, if a second election came, it's definitely going to lose. So game's over, fight is done, fall back, should have fell back while you were ahead. Only thing now you're doing is just humiliating yourself, making yourself look like a fool. It's done. So anyway, people, keep the conversation going down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell so that you are updated on the new videos that I drop. And I'm just giving y'all my opinion. I'm just giving y'all my thoughts. I want to bounce some thoughts off with people. Make sure you get with me though. I'm all ears.